You know the person. New car, perfect apartment, designer watch, a dinner bill that arrives inside a leather folder. From the outside, Marcus looks rich. But the most expensive part of his lifestyle is invisible: the payments. Marcus earns 6 figures, and that is real money. Yet every status symbol takes another bite from his next paycheck. His car is financed. The furniture is on a promotional plan. The vacation is still sitting on a credit card. Even the watch has a monthly payment. Marcus is not pretending to earn a good income. He is confusing income with wealth. Income is a flow. It arrives, then leaves. Wealth is what remains. Cash, investments, business equity, and property, minus every balance you owe. And liquidity is different again. It is the money you can reach when the transmission fails on Tuesday morning. A person can have high income, a respectable net worth, and almost no accessible cash. That is why appearances tell you so little. The national numbers make this gap easier to see. In the Federal Reserve's latest household survey, only 63% of adults said they could cover a $400 emergency with cash or its equivalent. 59% had faced at least one major unexpected expense during the previous year. At the same time, the New York Fed counted about $18.8 trillion of household debt in the first quarter of 2026, including $1.25 trillion on credit cards and $1.69 trillion in auto loans. Those totals do not mean every borrower is in trouble. In fact, household debt relative to disposable income remained historically moderate in the Fed's broader accounts. The danger is personal. When fixed payments consume your margin, one repair, layoff, or medical bill can turn an impressive lifestyle into a fragile one. Look at Marcus's monthly cash flow. In our example, his take-home pay is $7,250. Exact taxes and benefits depend on where you live and your circumstances, but the lesson is the structure. Rent takes $2,600. The car takes $1,180. Cards and buy now, pay later plans take $900. Restaurants and nightlife take $750. Add insurance, fuel, utilities, groceries, subscriptions, clothes, and travel, and the paycheck is gone before Marcus has bought freedom with any of it. Housing and transportation are where lifestyle inflation becomes especially powerful. BLS data show those two categories represented just over half of average consumer spending in 2024. Upgrade both at the same time, and you do not merely spend more once. You create two large monthly promises. A luxury lease quietly recruits premium insurance, expensive tires, and higher registration fees. A larger apartment recruits furniture, delivery charges, and the pressure to make every room look finished. Credit makes the promises feel smaller. A $1,200 object becomes $49 a month. A weekend becomes 4 installments. But small payments stack. And when a credit card balance actually carries interest, the cost becomes serious. The Federal Reserve reported an average rate above 22% for accounts assessed interest in May 2026. On Marcus's $6,420 card balance, that rate begins by adding roughly $118 of interest in a single month. That is money buying no meal, no trip, and no asset, only more time in debt. So why would an intelligent person do this? Because status spending is rarely a math problem first. It is a belonging problem. Marcus works with people who discuss cars in the parking garage and vacations in the break room. His social feed turns exceptional purchases
into ordinary Tuesday mornings. After every raise, his reference group changes. What once felt luxurious begins to feel required. This is lifestyle creep, the quiet conversion of temporary progress into permanent overhead. The new salary should create distance between income and spending. Instead, spending rises to meet it. The reward disappears, but the payment remains. Marcus receives attention today and sends the bill to his future self.
Now meet Elena. Her income is lower than Marcus's, and her car is older. Nothing about her announces wealth from across a restaurant. But Elena has something Marcus does not: options. She owns part of a small business, contributes automatically to broad, diversified investments, keeps a cash reserve, and carries no revolving card balance. Her life is not cheap. It is intentional. Quiet wealth often looks boring because its best features are invisible. An emergency fund does not sparkle. A paid-off balance receives no compliments. Retirement contributions do not create a dramatic photo. But these boring assets purchase time. They let Elena reject a bad client, repair the car without panic, help her family, and make decisions without asking a lender for permission. If your own life looks more like Marcus's, the answer is not shame, and it is not selling everything tomorrow. Start by measuring the right thing. Once a month, write down cash plus investments plus valuable assets. Then subtract every debt. That number is your net worth. Beside it, write your liquid cash and your total required monthly payments. 3 numbers reveal more than your salary ever will. Next, protect the gap. When income rises, do not immediately upgrade the 2 biggest fixed costs. Give the raise a job before the lifestyle sees it. Automate a percentage toward emergency savings, high-interest debt, and long-term investing on payday. The transfer should happen while motivation is still unnecessary. Then create a status budget. You are allowed to enjoy money. Choose an amount you can spend on clothes, restaurants, travel, or cars without borrowing and without interrupting your core goals. A visible limit turns pleasure into a choice instead of a leak. If the money is gone, the purchase waits. Finally, make debt visible. List the balance, rate, and required payment for every card and installment plan on one page. Pay minimums on everything. Then attack the highest rate balance, unless a different method keeps you more consistent. Stop adding new balances while you clear the old ones. The goal is not to look poor. The goal is to stop paying for a version of yourself that already had the experience. The US personal saving rate was only 3% in May 2026, but a national average is not your destiny or your target. Your advantage is the ability to build margin deliberately. 1 month of expenses becomes 2. 1 paid-off card becomes an automatic investment. 1 avoiding upgrade becomes years of compounding. Marcus looks wealthy because his money is visible. Elena becomes wealthy because her money is working where nobody can see it. Attention is loud, immediate, and rented. Freedom is quiet, slow, and owned. So the next time someone appears rich, remember, you can see the car, the watch, and the table. You cannot see the loan, the savings account, or the sleepless night. Do not build your finances for the audience. Build them so your future self has choices. This is Cody Invests. If you want money explained without the performance, subscribe and start measuring what remains.